Hey everyone, welcome to my channel as a married man. I want to thank you all for tuning it in and checking it out. It is here where we talk about love, life, relationships, and more, all from the perspective of a married man. So go ahead, everyone, please hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. It'll totally help me out. So today I'm going to be going over a YouTube video from it's from a channel of Michael Sartain. Um, and this video is titled, Would You Wait 5 Dates to Have Sex with a Woman? And this is one of those videos that came across my YouTube recommendations feed. The algorithm kind of pushed it my way, seeing the type of material that it is I've been watching lately, I guess. But it looked interesting. I checked out Michael's channel, some of his other stuff, and it seems like a cool guy. Channel, and this video in particular, I thought I'd give it a quick review and add my 2 cents as well, as a married man. So, um, yeah, so I checked out Michael's channel a little earlier. He looks like he's a dating coach. He's the founder of MOA Mentoring, and that stands for Men of Action. So that's always cool, seeing someone who's there to uplift fellow men, point them in the right direction and whatnot. So he's doing good work. Um, I will post the link to his channel. I want to give him props, of course, since I'm reviewing his content. But guys, go ahead and head over to Michael Sartain's channel. Check him out. Give him a like. Give him a subscription. Get give me a subscription as well. Trying to hit 50. I'm a little lagging behind Mr. Beast and Ballerina Farm and whatever, but I got a guy can dream, I guess. Um, but anyways, let's get going. So this video, as I said, it's from another YouTuber, Michael Sartain, and it looks, it's a clip from a podcast that he did earlier, uh, discussing modern dating. He has a guest with him. Her name is Jessica Kleinschmidt. I want to give her some props as well. But in this little clip of the podcast here, Michael starts out by getting right down to it right away. He states, like, when it comes to dating, most guys, believe it or not, will wait. And we're talking about that hypothetical 5 dates. Like, most guys will wait 5 dates to have sex with a woman. But however, if that guy finds out that, she wasn't so inclined with her previous partner, she didn't show such restraint with her previous partner. Like, say she had sex on the first date with the man before him, then why bother waiting? You know what I mean? So, Jessica responds, as a woman, she states how she misses being courted. She states, like, it doesn't exist anymore. Guys don't put in the effort to court a woman nowadays. Um, in modern dating, yeah, a guy will go as far as to, give her a like on her Instagram, or, like one of her tweets. You'll reach out to her, via social media. But that's about as far as he'll go, basically. And by doing that, that's like the modern man, I guess. That's his method of showing interest in her, like, going going as far as to like her Instagram post or something. Um, but like, Michael chimes in at this point. You know, the reason for that, the reason for doing all that, or should say not doing anything. The reason for doing the bare minimum is because like you want a guy to court you, you want men who are attractive to court you. You don't just want any guy like to give you attention, like Michael goes on to say. You only want the men who you find attractive to give you that attention. Like otherwise, it's kind of creepy, little stalker vibes. Like guys reach out, guys want to get to know you, but unless they're, the Giga Chad meme, you're probably just gonna blow them off. Um, and Michael makes a good point there. He goes on to state, like, like a lot of women leave out that context, like they want attention, but they only want attention from guys that they find attractive. Even if they do end up getting a lot of attention from guys they have like zero interest in. But Michael, he also mentions I think it was a statistic, like a survey that was done on Tinder. How the top 20% of men receive 83% of right swipes. So, like, these are those chads, these giga chads. Reminds me a little bit, but these are the guys, the top 20%, and they're getting 80%, over 80% of women's attention. And so these guys who are getting the bulk of the female attention, like they're too busy to do anything other than give you like a like here or a follow there or whatever it is. And like due to promiscuity being so rampant with women, like due to the nature of modern dating and relationships, and like how easy like Tinder has made it just to have random sex. Um, Guys aren't really willing to do anymore. Like they don't have to do anymore. Women have made it like almost too easy. Um, but I liked how Michael he went on to he called it evolutionary adaptation. The fact that men have they kind of wised up. They've abandoned courting. They've abandoned the dating game in general. Like not just courting, flowers, chocolates, what they just simple dates. Like guys don't even go that far anymore. And he calls that evolutionary adaptation. Guys have wised up and they've moved on. And like and as Michael said before, he reiterates that men will wait to have sex with a woman. They will wait those 5 dates. But if she just nailed the dude from Tinder, like, she met, hours prior, after 10 minutes of texting this guy, she sleeps with him. Like, well, why the hell? What is there to wait for, Why are you making me wait when this guy didn't have, Giga Chad didn't have to? Um, and that's just how it is. Like, uh, and Michael goes on to state like, like men have abandoned dating, they've abandoned courting, they don't want to get taken advantage of, and there are women out there on these dating apps, and there are a lot of women more than you think that they're just there for attention, and men want that attention, or these women want that attention, and men want their attention, and when these women don't reciprocate, uh, it makes men jaded. Um, but he calls it the perceived dilemma of choice as well. The perceived dilemma of choice, and that's where people think that they have more options than they actually have. So like once again, Michael's reiterating like men put in just a modicum of effort, like they do the bare minimum, and that's because men and women they think they have like this perceived dilemma of choice, like they have more options than they actually do, and of course for women that's true, but like even like high earning men of value, they have the resources and they get that attention. And so, as he said, why bother putting in the effort when you don't have to, you know? But to finish off this quick little clip that Michael gave, like he basically just reiterates that all this mess. Yeah, it's caused men to do the bare minimum. It's caused men to abandon courting. Like men, they don't want to wait anymore. They don't want to be patient anymore. When they see something better, when they do get the eye of someone, like they're out, they're gone. Um, yeah, he does go off on a little tangent where he talks about, AI influencers. He talks about like the OF website, like the porn website that something fans, and like the whole modern phenomenon of men who like are paying these women for attention, and this is not healthy at all. Like the O fans phenomenon, and just the fact that guys are often paying like AI influencers for like digitally manipulated pictures, and this is having like real time, like real life mental and physical effects on these dudes, um like not just like the sexual effects, like the erectile dysfunction, like from having an excess of pornography and whatnot. But it's like it's causing men to be like socially awkward. It's making them so that they're almost unable to interact on a social level, on a personal level, like with women. Women say they want to be courted, but we're kind of raising a generation of men who are their minds trapped in the internet, So that was a pretty good point actually from Michael there that I liked. Modern men are kind of being they're evolutionary, adapting to like this life of an online hermit and seeking their sexual gratification from these AI OFAN type accounts, and that's not great at all. But Michael, he ends up, finishing off this little podcast bit by, addressing one last issue, and it's one I've talked about previously as well, and it's about modern women, um, the successful career woman, the boss babe, if you want to call her. Like she she has this delusion that she intimidates men. She says, we're all the good men, and why are they so intimidated? No one wants to date me because they're jealous of my degree or my position and whatever. But and he points out like he points out no man is intimidated by a woman. Guys don't care about a woman's master's degree. They don't care that she's an executive at this Fortune 500 company. They don't care, if you're a boss babe. Um, they're not intimidated. They just men have a preference, as Michael says. Like, and men prefer men prefer peace. They don't want someone with an aggressive, outgoing alpha type personality. And yes, there are women who have that sort of personality. Um, they don't want that clash. They don't want that constant like butting heads and arguing and trying to one-upmanship. Like guys don't want that. They just wanna come home to a peaceful house and not have an argumentative like boss babe type woman like on them 24/7, like it isn't that men are intimidated, it's just like they don't want to deal with that crap from a woman. But that was pretty much how Michael summed up the end of this little podcast clip, and that was a good way to end it. Just by reiterating that, women want to be courted, and then he points out all the ways in which women are kind of self-sabotaging. But it's true. Yeah. What do I think about this as a married man? Like, I'm out of the dating game. I have been for a long time. I'm just an impartial observer at this point. I'm a spectator who's observing from the manosphere. Um, and I see all this happening in real time. It's like watching politics. You see the red versus the blue, and each policy, each side tries to negotiate with and tout and promote, and how they're failing to do the most simple, basic things. Like, that's the one thing about being a married man, about being an observer, a casual observer of the modern dating scene. Like, I see this unfolding, and that's why I like watching videos from like men like Michael. Like he gives a good take on stuff that I see happening in real life. But like to reiterate real fast, to go over Michael's video from my perspective, like he's correct. He is correct when he says a man will wait 5 dates to have sex with a woman. That's true. And you want to know why that is? Because a man will see that that's a high value woman, like a unicorn, a trad wife. Like imagine he meets this woman and she's a virgin, and not a one night stand, Tinder hookup, not some triple body count like woman at a club, but I'm talking like a high value woman. A man definitely will wait 5 dates and longer, but once he finds out that she's promiscuous, once he finds out that the guy who came before him did not have to even wait for a red light, if you know what I mean, then it's all deals are off. And you want to know why that is? It's because his opinion of her like bottoms out. Like a woman loses all worth at that exact moment when he finds out like you're just down to like women enjoy sex as much as men do, of course, but you're willing to put out on the first date, like that speaks volumes of to your character, ladies. And I know it's an unfair thing to kind of tout between men and women. How come guys get to do it, but women can't? The whole a lock that opens, a key that opens many locks, or a lock that can be opened by many keys. Metaphor, like no guy wants a woman that's so easy to bed. He especially doesn't want her as a girlfriend or all you are. Unfortunately, to say, ladies, all you are to a man is a piece of meat at that point. Like you're a hole to plug, and that's all you become. Like women kind of need to understand that, and like men already know that, and that's how men place value on women. So if you're a woman who's putting out like that, who's promiscuous sexually, who is not making her date wait to have sex, and just casually putting out like, don't expect to be treated as anything other than a piece of meat, ladies. You know, coming from a married guy, coming from a not just a married man, but a man in general, like you're a piece of meat to a man if you're willing to put out so easily. You lose all value to that man as anything other than a sex object. I apologize for the truth there, but but getting back to Michael's video, his co-host Jessica, she mentioned like, oh, I miss being courted, and Michael's like, yeah, evolutionary adaptation, he called it. Guys know the game. Guys don't want to be taken advantage of. Guys don't want to be a free meal to a woman, you know? Like, if all I have to do is swipe right and text you and then I get to have sex later that night, like, why the hell am I wasting time and money and resources on you? Like, why buy the cow when the milk's free if you can dig it, you know? That's how men see women. And as a married man and as a man, like, that's a straight truth right there. That's how men see women. No man is gonna buy the cow when he gets the milk for free, and that's what this whole video was about waiting that 5 dates. Men will wait that 5 dates if she's a woman of value. Yeah, Michael, he was talking about like the 20% of men who get swiped right, like 83% of the time. That's true. Like, oh man, women want to be courted, but they only want to be courted by that 20%. And it's like that's the paradox of women, you know? Like they want to be courted, they want love and romance, and they want to be wined and dined, but only if it's from that 20%. Um, so it's like they're cutting out this huge 80% swath of good guys out there with this unrealistic expectation. And then they end up giving themselves to this 20% of men because this 20% of men will only go as far as to like their Instagram post or something or like whatever, like liking their tweet or following. And it's like that's all they have to do to get the woman, you know, it's the minimum possible. And God forbid that that woman is a boss babe as he finishes off his little podcast. Like he mentioned, guys aren't not intimidated by women. They're just not. Like, no guy cares about a woman's degree, her position within a company. Like a man wants a woman he's compatible with. A man wants a woman who's a unicorn. he, he wants a woman who's yeah, a trad wife who's feminine and loving, who's family oriented. If you're confrontational, if you have a bad personality, you're pushy, you're a boss babe, you're constantly like aggressive mentality, like men don't want that and they seek like the opposite, you know, like men are so simple that it's ridiculous in what we want. I and the fact women can't understand that is it's almost mind-boggling. But but like ladies, I apologize. Like you are your own worst enemy. Women, like if you want more from men, you need to raise the bar, and only you can do that, you know? If you want to be better, you need to do better. Like women are complex, you know, they're complicated as a man, as a married man. I don't pretend to try to understand what women are thinking and what they're doing. And, you know, there's a a well-known men's relationship YouTuber I follow who he always jokes like, guys, don't try to understand women. women understand women and they hate each other. And that's a good that's a good point. Like, don't try to understand women. Like, but men on the other hand are just they're simple. We know what we want in a woman, and we will wait those 5 dates. And trust me, no man is expecting to find that a trad wife on Tinder. We want a traditional woman, untouched and feminine, the focus on the family and the children, a woman who will support and lift us up, and God forbid, not one that puts out on the first date. Like, that's just the hard truth. But that's basically what all I could really say on this video. It was a short little podcast clip. It posed a simple question. Will men wait 5 dates? The truth is yes. The truth is we'll do it for the right woman. So remember that, everybody. But let me know what you guys think. Is modern dating past the point of no return? I As a man, would you wait 5 dates to sleep with a woman? Or would you wait indefinitely till you're married to sleep with a woman? If she's a trad wife, if she's a unicorn, I any guy who's listening, leave me a comment with your thoughts. Like, what are your expectations in the modern dating market? What are you willing to wait for, and how long are you willing to wait? Um, Let me know in the comments. And lastly, go ahead and check out Michael Sartain's channel. Quick, everyone, I want to give him a last quick thanks before I leave. Um, Leave him a comment and a like and a sub, and I'm gonna beg you for a sub as well, for a subscription as well. Yeah, if you got some vintage GI Joes at your mom's house, you want to donate to the cause, you can email me at as a married man at outlook.com. And if you want to give me some comments, video ideas, or just say hi, just give me a comment. Let me know what you think of this video, this topic. Let me know, what do you think about modern women? And ladies, chime in as well, of course. It's nice to hear from both sides. But that's all I got for today, guys. I appreciate you all. My 39 my 39 subscribers. Let's make it to 50. Thank you all for listening. No, I'll catch you up the next one.